So getting our turn here, and we're gonna get our acceleration. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we are going to be going over a 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn that has a sticker price of over $60,000. In today's video, we're going to find out why. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy for giving me some time with this truck. Check out their inventory in the description down below. Let's hop right into the video. So under the hood of this truck, we have the 5.7 Hemi, which is naturally aspirated, goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's good for 395 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque. This one is paired to the e-torque system, so fuel economy is 18 around town and then 22 on the highway. Now let's go over the front end of this Bighorn. So first off, you have the blacked out badges that are part of this night edition package, and then notice how the e-torque is in blue, which is pretty cool. The headlights are also blacked out as part of the night edition package. We've got the LED lights that have been added to this truck. Parking sensors here on the bottom with the fog light off to the side. No tow hooks. Notice that the front grille and everything has also been blacked out, including the Ram logo. Now this particular truck is black. If it wasn't black, if you guys are wondering what it would kind of look like, you can see this white limited is also a night edition. So that's kind of what the night edition does, is it blacks out a lot of stuff, but then it makes stuff like the bumpers and everything body painted. Anyways, that's all for the front. Now coming to the side here, we've got two 75mm tires wrapped around 20-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And you can see the wheel itself has been blacked out as part of that night edition package. And then going from the wheel, here's a quick look at the front suspension. And then you can see this one also has the side steps. It's got the trailer tow mirrors. The Ram logo has been blacked out. This one does have the Ramboxes. We'll kind of get into those a little bit more later when we go over the bed area. But here's your full side view on this truck. And then you guys can see popping here to the rear, this one has the wheelhouse liner, and then you've got the 5-link coil suspension at the back end with the Rams. Now here's our key fob. We have the unlock, the lock, and then the remote start. We're going to unlock it so that we can open up the tailgate. We have 1,404 pounds of payload capacity. You can see this one has a spray-in liner from the factory. Got the LED bed lights here. This one also has the soft folding tonneau cover added to it on top of everything. And then you guys can see we also have the LED cargo light there at the very top. And then lifting up the tailgate, pretty easy. Now let's of course get into the Ramboxes now. So you guys can see that we actually have the lock and unlock right here. So you just press that and that'll open it up. Now the Ramboxes do unlock with the truck key fob, so you just have to do that and then they will unlock. You guys can see here with the storage space on the side, and then we do have a power outlet on this side. I'll show you guys the Rambox on the other side, but that's definitely a nice feature. They're very easy to close. And then before we go to the other side, you guys can see the LED lights here with the blacked out element. This one also has the kick step. And then notice that the badges are blacked out and then the bumpers body colored. And then we have the darker exhaust tips as well with the Bighorn. Parking sensors along the bottom. Towing capacity is right around 11,000 pounds. And then popping here over to the other side, you guys can see the storage space. And again, there's no outlet on this side, just on the driver's side. But yeah, that is everything for the rear. Now here's the door panel in the rear. You guys can see you've got this black trim here with the cloth down below, and then you've got the padding with the stitching that goes across right there. And one of the speakers for the sound system. And then again, like I said, this one has the side steps. And then here are the seats in the back. So you've got the gray cloth that's lighter, and then you guys can see kind of the design here in the center, and then the darker gray off to the side. We've got the ice buckets here in the back of the Bighorn, and then you guys can see down here you've got all these little USB ports, full power outlet. You've got more black trim with the cup holders. That pulls down to be a cup holder armrest situation. And this is the crew cab, so you guys can see tons of space. So yeah. Now here's the door panel at the front. So again, you can see the blacked out trim here with the cloth down below. You've got the padding here with the stitching that goes throughout. These mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. They are manual fold away though, just so you guys know. We've got all of our window controls right here with the mirror adjustments. And then here are the seats at the front. So again, you can see the cloth seats here with the darker gray right there, all the stitching throughout. And then you can see here with the inserts in the center. Power adjustments there on the side. Pedal layout just down below, and then you guys can see the pedal adjustment right here, and then this is for the cargo outlet to turn that on. Parking brake, we've got the light control here with the fog lights, the cargo light. Steering wheel is manually adjustable, and there's one more look before we pop in. Now here's the steering wheel with the Bighorn. You guys can see we've got leather here all around the steering wheel with the darker stitching. We've got the gear limiter, cruise control, radio controls are on the back of the steering wheel, controls for the center stack, voice command, phone controls. We have our turn signal / windshield wiper stock, and well, that's all for the steering wheel. Now here's the center gauge cluster for the Bighorn. You guys can see we've got analog gauges for the speed and for the RPMs on either side. And then you can see scrolling through here, you can see different bits of information like fuel economy, all that kind of stuff. This doesn't have enough miles on it to be accurate with the fuel economy reading, but you guys know there's a ton of different menus you can scroll through with that, and there we go. Here's the center infotainment system. First off, we're gonna pop it into reverse. So we got a backup camera. It does have the zoom function right there, and then you guys can see that the trajectory lines don't turn with the steering wheel. This is something that's new for 2022, where you can, through the infotainment system, decide whether or not you want the lines here to turn with the steering wheel. So it's a cool thing that they've added. You can still have them turn, but also decide if you don't want them to. Anyways, we've got dual zone climate. We have heated seats, heated steering wheel here for the front as well. And you guys can see response time with the screen is really good. It does always take the navigation a second to load up, but you can see once it's loaded up, response is really solid with the screen itself. Analog controls here for the radio down below. We've got the analog controls for the heated seats and heated steering wheel. Dual zone climate controls. Down below that, we've got our parking sensors here, tow haul mode, stability control, and then we've got the parking brake right there, and that's kind of this whole section. We've got our dial shifter over here, and you guys can see the functionality on that. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and then that's the true neutral. The best way to activate that is with the little pen point. Auto stop start, and then you can see extra storage space here with some USBs. We've got the center console that has nice padding on it. You can see the storage space underneath, and then this does slide backwards and forwards, and then you can see the full power outlet down below, and then you've got the storage space here for the phones. And then you can see here with the whole glove box situation, it says Bighorn. And then this is new. You guys can see here with the dash, we've got the nice padding and stitching, just like you guys saw in that Rebel GT video that I did. You can now add this to the Bighorn, so it makes it feel a little bit more luxurious. Alpine sound system as well. But yeah, I mean, this for like this level of truck, right? Bighorn XLT, and then from Chevy you're gonna have the LT. This is really nice. Now popping up here, we do have the camera mirror, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of, and then also power sliding rear window, another big plus. No sunroof or anything like that, and that's all for the top. So here's our window sticker. Sorry about the glare, it's kind of hard to see, so you guys are probably not gonna be able to read the options, but I'll still put it there so you guys can freeze the frame if this does come through onto video. Anyways, you can see the total MSRP there, $62,515. And that all being said, let's take it out and see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. You can see visibility over the hood and the heads-up display, another option this has. Both the mirrors, again, they do have blind spot, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And if you guys are wondering, that little gate thing is for the bed, comes with the Ramboxes. Anyways, let's set off. So we are setting off here in this Ram 1500 Bighorn that is loaded up, $62,000. It's like the price of a Laramie. So first off, let's see how this truck drives, right? Is this truck really worth the $62,000 sticker price? First off, just like all the other new Ram 1500s, really smooth from a suspension standpoint, just really nice and compliant overall. That's something that you get with 5-link coil suspension, is just that nice, smooth, planted ride quality that's, you know, obviously is a huge plus. Moving on from that, noise insulation is great. Thing about the Ram lineup is anything from like a base model tradesman all the way up to a limited pretty much has like the same level of noise insulation. Pretty much they all feel like luxury trucks from an interior perspective. And then aside from that, steering, very light. You guys can see the truck's really easy to drive, and you get a pretty good grip with the wheel too. Finger holds and all that kind of stuff are great. And yeah, overall it lends to a really nice driving experience. But I will say this, you know, compared to like a $50,000 Bighorn, this doesn't really drive any different, right? You're paying for options, and so it's really just going to depend on if those options are worth it to you. That person has their What are they doing? So they have their left turn signal on and they're making a right turn. That is not confusing to anyone at all. Anyways, partial throttle, gets up and moves at a decent pace. Get out of here! What, 4th gen Ram, 5th gen? This is the 5th gen Ram day today. But yeah, good torque. And something about the e-torque Hemi is you do get 130 pound-feet off the line, but you have to be at a complete stop, and that's when you get it. And in trucks like this, it just, if you just floor it in 2-wheel drive, it just smokes the rear tires. So I always recommend kind of just like easing into the throttle a little bit. So getting our turn here, and we're gonna get our acceleration. Ooh, nice sound, solid acceleration as well. Yeah, the Hemi's just, it's solid. With that 8-speed automatic transmission, everything, gear shifts are smooth and does a really good job. And so with that being said, let's sum things up on this crazy Bighorn. First off, you guys know I'm a huge fan of the Night Edition. I think that it makes the truck look a whole lot sportier, gives it kind of just this more aggressive feel. The one thing that I am disappointed about with the Night Edition in the Bighorn package is that it doesn't give it a sport hood. You just get the blacked out elements, but you don't get the cool hood. Whereas with like a Laramie or a Limited, you get the sport hood. But I understand they're kind of, you know, keeping the sport hood for the higher up packages. So I get why they're doing it, but I don't know, it'd be cool to have it on the Bighorn. Aside from that, interior wise, this is really nice. I mean, having this on the dash, completely unnecessary, but I mean, it definitely makes the truck feel a whole lot more luxury-like. That's a huge plus. The seats are very comfortable. These are definitely the best cloth seats in the truck market right now. There's just not another manufacturer that's been able to make cloth seats that are as comfortable as the seats that Ram has. And then driving experience wise, truck drive's great. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's quiet. But you know, overall, this package, I mean, it's up there, right? This is very expensive for a Bighorn. What I'd say is I'd recommend, you know, probably getting a Laramie at this price point because you can get a better bang for your buck. But if you happen to like all the options this has, this will still be cheaper than a Laramie with the exact same options. So if you want like this specific truck, great. But if you just want like a good value, the Laramie at this price point is going to be a little bit of a better value. Now that's going to sum things up for our video on this 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn that is loaded up with pretty much every single option. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy for giving me some time with this truck. Check out their inventory in the description down below. I will see all of you in that next video.